I don't know how well you can see that moon up there. I think that's what's called a waxing moon. And I am in a very, very special place as I'm walking along and I'm looking up at the moon there. And just the other day I was telling a friend of mine as we walked along, I said, just think, for thousands and thousands of years, men walked this planet just looking up and marveling and wondering what that was floating up there. And never could they have imagined in their wildest dreams that one day that a man just like them would walk the surface of that big thing hanging up there. So welcome to the Lowell Observatory. Just, well, not just outside, just in Flagstaff, Arizona. And I was passing through town, and as I often do in a spot such as this, I look and I see what, if any, tourist attractions might be of interest to share with people on YouTube. And what caught my attention, interestingly enough, was this place. This is the Lowell Observatory, L-O-W-E-L-L. And what's most famous about this particular observatory is that this is where Pluto was discovered. And not the Pluto of Disney, the Pluto in the sky, way beyond that moon that I was just trying to focus on. So I thought, why not spend an evening before passing on through, this part of the trip, and bring you for a visit to the Lowell Observatory. 125 years, 1894 to 2019, and they have both day and evening exhibits. So I opted to come here for the evening, and I'm going to bring you along. Here's a nice little statue that you can see right here at the entrance of the park, or the observatory, I should say. So probably the best bet is to just go inside and bring you along. Beautiful trees as I'm coming in. I always like to point out stuff like this for my friend Phil in Central Michigan. He probably knows what that tree is. It wouldn't surprise me. So let's go and check out this special place here. They're open Monday through Saturday from 10 a.m. until 10 p.m. I believe, and then Sundays they're open 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. So here's a little thing coming in. Percival Lowell. Lowell Observatory, founded by Percival Lowell in 1894, is a private nonprofit institution dedicated to research and education in astronomy. So I'm not going to read the whole thing for you, but here it is. Join today and visit free all year. Now here's the gift shop.
Hi there.
Hi, how are you?
Doing good, thank you. How are you?
Good, I'm doing a YouTube video.
Oh, great.
Yeah. You mind if I walk around a little bit?
Sure. If you have any questions about anything, my name is Bradley.
Your name's Bradley?
Yes.
Okay, wonderful, thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome.
What item? I do have a question.
Sure.
How long have you worked here?
I've worked here for about
Or do you volunteer? You volunteer or you work?
No, I work here.
You work here?
Yeah.
How long have you been here?
About a month now.
Show me the hottest seller. Show me the
hottest
item
seller?
and show me the hottest thing that you sell and you think, oh my God, these are just flying off the shelf.
Sure. Well, when we first got them in, let's see that.
Not the astronaut suits?
Definitely not. I mean, they're really cool, but they do have a little hefty price tag.
They do. How expensive are they?
So it just depends on the range from how small to how big. Naturally, the bigger ones are going to be.
Do you think I'd look better in white or in orange?
I think it would depend on whether or not you know what the suits are for.
What now?
I think it depends on whether or not you know what the suits are for. Orange is strictly for takeoff and land off, and these are for spacesuits.
Spacesuit? I've always wanted to do the spacesuit thing. Will you do me a favor here? Will you hold this for me?
Sure.
Hold this right here.
Sure.
Have you ever held one of these?
actually.
There you go. Okay, just hold one of those. Let's see what I would look like. Okay?
Yeah. I think you look great.
Would I look good? Huh?
Maybe in
Kinda
a bigger, just maybe in one more size up.
Maybe. What do you mean one more size up? What the hell are you saying? Are you saying I'm fat?
I'm saying you have a long arm.
Oh, long arm. Okay, there you go. That's good. All right, long arm. But not bad. What's the price tag of this?
I believe that one's $79.
$79. What a great Halloween costume that would be.
Wouldn't it be though? I mean, I honestly, like, I would even use them as pajamas.
That would be really, really a good Halloween costume. All right, thank you. So you were going to point out the, what was the one you were going to point out, the
Well,
helmet?
mostly the space helmets, yeah. This is the one that's going to be cheaper, so a lot of people tend to like to go ahead and buy that one more.
This one here?
Yeah.
The space helmet.
Totally.
Little kids, not old people like me.
Oh, it's so hard. It doesn't really fit.
Let's see. Oh, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Earth to, right? It's like space. I don't know what the hell. I don't know what astronauts say. But anyway, so there is that. But pretty cool. Now, you have the telescope. How many telescopes are here?
That depends. We house a couple of different ones. Right now we have the Clark open. That's currently viewing the moon. We have the McAllister, but we don't really use that one unless it's really busy. We actually have a suite of portable telescopes as well, just to go ahead and take out there for really open use. We currently have, I believe, 3 telescopes that we recently purchased that will be used in the Geo Valley Open Deck Observatory, which will be opening in October, I believe.
I see. Cool.
Yeah, so we'll actually have 3 more and added to that, and they're crazy high-power telescopes, and I would definitely recommend checking those out.
Are you into astronomy yourself?
Yeah, actually, I'm an astronomy student.
You're an astronomy student, huh?
Yeah.
I'll be darned. And what's the coolest thing you've seen through one of these telescopes?
It's kind of a hard question, honestly, because I feel like we currently house different telescopes too. We have the Discovery Channel telescope, and we also have one that's in partnership with the Navy too. So it just kind of depends. I mean, it's really cool to check out the celestial bodies from here. But I mean, I think that the real hitters are going to be the private.
Fantastic. Well, thank you for the information. I'm going to walk around a little bit.
Yeah, you're welcome.
All right.
Like I said, if you have any questions, my name's Jonathan.
Okay. Absolutely wonderful. Look at the. I should have asked Bradley if he believes in extraterrestrial life. Let's see if I can share a little bit more here. Always a cool place. You know, I've always been fascinated. I'm actually looking for a hat, and this might be a good spot to. This might be a good spot to find a nice hat. Look at that. Not too bad. Maybe I could get myself one of these here, or even a NASA hat. Pair of socks. Maybe a nice pair of socks. Now I know that a lot of you watching this are anxious for me to get on. Do you believe in life? Is there alien life out there? What do you think?
I definitely believe that it's possible. I mean, I believe it's more possible than not possible.
Yeah, very good answer. All right. All right. Now, if he had met, well, no, I'm not. I'm gonna leave Skip Smith alone on this particular video here. But very, very nice. You got a little seating area. Drop a coin in the well and see how planets orbit in a gravitational field. Okay, let's see if I can drop a little penny here into the well. Let's see here. Drop a penny into the well. All right, I'll see. There you go. All right. So let's go somewhere. I gotta probably put my ticket in. Here's Canyon Diablo, Cocochino County, Arizona, found in 1891. Look at that. Right there. That's a meteorite. Quite a meteorite. I'll give you a better angle right there. Look at that. Oh, here's the Verkamp meteorite, a well-traveled space rock. Look at that. 535 pounds. Unreal. What it sounds like if I hit it. Wow, that is really cool. There's a mom making a souvenir for her little boy there. Let's see what the program's here. So you have different membership levels, $45 a year for an individual, planetary, $100 a year. So the evening programs, they have Resolving Pluto, program held inside the Rotunda Museum, 25 minutes long, and then they have the Science of Light, which is the featured presentation. An 8 p.m. featured planet, Jupiter and its moons. So I think that's probably what I'll be looking at tonight, the featured planet presentation, Jupiter and its moon. So let's check in, and we'll go inside. And I don't know if I'll be able to share Jupiter with you or not, but who knows? Crazier things have happened on Tom TV. Here's the new open deck observatory that they're going to be opening up here at the Lowell Observatory. Very, very nice. Okay, so let's see if we can't get checked in. All right, and out we go into the Lowell Observatory, and you know, you couldn't ask for nicer people and a more reasonable price. This is a 42-inch Lamplin telescope right here. Look at this. This was for years the largest telescope in Arizona, named in honor of longtime Lowell Observatory astronomer Carl Lampland. It is also the largest reflecting telescope ever built by the Alvin Clark and Sons firm of Massachusetts. The company is better known for its exquisite refracting telescopes, including the 24-inch Clark here at Lowell. Look at that. Is that something? I think with the discount ticket that I bought, the admission with the AAA membership cost me all of $12 to come in and see this. Now there's a talk that's going to be going on here shortly about Jupiter, and they have some telescopes that they've got set up. The featured planet. Our educators will use our Omniglobe system to show you the planets like never before. So let's see. I was told that so the Rotunda Museum is right here, and they're going to be doing a talk in here at 8 o'clock. But I was told that if at all possible, here they're checking out the telescope here. But I was actually told that if I just take a short walk, just right up this path, I'll have a beautiful view of the city of Flagstaff. And I was told I might want to go up there before it gets too dark. So up the path we will go. And as I'm filming this, my camper is sitting in a campground not too far from here, about 30 minutes south of Flagstaff. This is the Clark Dome weather station. Understanding and predicting local weather patterns helps astronomers plan successful observing runs. Because of this, observatories such as Lowell typically maintain weather stations to monitor the conditions. One such station was set up at the Clark Telescope Dome when it was permanently placed at this site in 1897. Very nice. Now I want to see the view of Flagstaff. I've really liked Flagstaff. I've driven through this area over the years, and something about the city has really attracted me. There's your view looking down on Flagstaff from the observatory. There's a view of the weather station. I think they have doors opened up. Couldn't ask for a nicer evening. It was rather warm during the day, as one might expect here in Arizona in the onset of summer. But in the evenings, much as you will find throughout the western United States, the temperature drops significantly and it cools down, for making for just wonderful sleeping weather. Flagstaff is probably the better part of a hour and a half drive from the grandest of canyons, the Grand Canyon, which I had the opportunity to visit yesterday. So I'm going to see if I can't step in here real quick before I jump over for the feature presentation.
How's it going? So we stop right there. We can only let about 10 people in at a time, so just want to wait out here until people leave.
Sure.
Give all these other people a chance.
This is the Clark Telescope?
Yep, this is the Clark. How's it going? Yes, only about 10 people can
So just go ahead.
A lot of people are in there. A lot of body heat. Can actually work the telescope.
Can I go in now?
Yeah, feel free to. So when you guys exit, we're done.
You're looking at the moon.
Oh, they've got this. I don't know how well you can see this, but this is actually focused on the
So we're looking at just about a quarter.
focused on the moon. It's kind of hard to see with the low light.
What are you guys doing? Yeah, we're looking at the full moon there.
I think they actually have. You can see it. I think they have like tires along the inside of this.
All right, let me just readjust this really quickly so it's easier.
All right, I'll come back and look at the moon a little bit later. I don't know if you'd be able to actually put the lens up to the of the camera, the video camera, up to the telescope. So
It's like on the left side.
The wheels.
step on that.
There, like that.
Oh, hey! Hi. Howdy. Awesome. Yeah, so I can only let 10 people
All
at a
right,
time.
so let's see if I can find my way back over to the museum, and maybe I'll be able to catch some of the presentation, the feature presentation, and then maybe I'll be able to check out the telescopes before doing that. You know, and interestingly enough, folks that are into astronomy are usually pretty friendly, cool people. That's been my experience over the years. So let's go in and see if we can't catch the feature presentation here at the Lowell Observatory Rotunda Museum. And maybe I think there's some, well, if it's a museum, it would go without saying that there's some exhibits inside. So let's go inside and check it out. Well, they haven't started yet. Jupiter and its moons. Maybe I can share some of this with you. Westo Melbourne Slifer. Westo Melbourne Slifer. There's the great spiral in Centaurus right there. This photograph taken in early May 1923 with the Lowell 42-inch telescope shows the star, one of the earliest observations of a supernova. And this would be the Edge-on Spiral Galaxy NGC 4565, photographed by Carl Otto Lamplin with the Lowell 42-inch telescope between 1915 and 1923. There's some more.
All right, everybody, it's about that time, so I'm going to get started. First off, welcome to the Lowell Observatory. My name is Sarah, and I'm going to be talking to you guys about Jupiter this evening. But before I get there, I do want to apologize for the acoustics in this room. And because they're so special, I'm going to make a couple of requests. Right? So because of the way the room is, every tiny sound, every crinkle, every whimper gets projected to everybody else. So I please ask that you guys stay as still and silent as possible. And if you have maybe little ones who are getting a little bit fussy, if you're willing to take them outside until they've calmed down, that would be fantastic. This program is only about 20 minutes long, so I won't keep you too long. But the reason we are talking about Jupiter tonight is because it is up in our night sky. It will be that crazy bright one off to the southeast while we're here. And it will be brighter than any other star in the night sky. It's not a star, it's a planet, but planets tend to be brighter than stars because they're so much closer. But it'll be brighter than anything else in the night sky other than the moon tonight. So it'll be crazy obvious. And we'll have a telescope on it for you guys, probably starting around 9. And I'll kind of go through what you can see through a telescope as well. But first we'll just talk about Jupiter itself. And I'd love to tell you who discovered Jupiter, but we don't know. Because Jupiter is so bright, is visible in the night sky. Right? So we've known about it since before time, right? Since humans have been able to look up at the night sky and point at stuff, we've known about Jupiter. But when you talk about a person in history who's most associated with studying Jupiter, of course you talk about Galileo, scientist in the early 1600s. Now the telescope was invented in 1608. And Galileo wasted no time. By 1610, he had already pointed it at everything feasible and was starting to take notes. And here are some notes he took on Jupiter and the positions of its moons. And this was actually kind of problematic for the whole Earth is the center.
All right, it would have been nice to try to capture that lecture on video, but the lighting in there just wasn't cooperating, and I thought I'd take the opportunity to come out and see this telescope out here. And this telescope is maybe this gentleman will tell me what is this telescope here?
This is a 16-inch reflecting telescope here. And it's looking at the moon if you want to take a peek.
Okay.
Yep.
And would you mind holding this for me while I take a look?
Not at all.
You just hold that right there and look right there, and you'll capture me
Good, so.
taking a look at the moon. Fantastic. Wow, that's one of the better images I've ever seen of the moon.
Right? It's a neat one.
Yeah, fantastic. That's wonderful. Thank you. What is the? Is it true? Am I? I'm going to test my knowledge here.
Yeah.
Is it true that we only ever see one side of the moon?
Absolutely.
That is, huh?
The moon is rotating as it's going around the Earth, but it's rotating at just the perfect speed that we're constantly looking up at the same side of the moon.
So we've never. How many people in history have ever seen the other side of the moon? The dark. That's called the
With their
dark
own
side
two
of the
eyes,
moon.
only a few. Through pictures, we've got a lot more views of the other side of the moon because we can send things to orbit around.
Right.
And what we realize is the other side of the moon doesn't have those dark areas that make up the man in the moon or the rabbit in the moon. It's been hit by a whole lot of things, but it doesn't have those dried up lava fields like we get to see from down here. So we have seen the other side of the moon. It's not as exciting as our side, unfortunately.
Okay.
Is there any other telescopes open instead of these two?
We've got these two to look through right now. This one will probably switch around to a different object as it gets darker.
Okay.
Are there telescopes that could zoom in, like, say, for example, let's say there were a car on the moon, so to speak. Do we have telescopes so powerful that you would be able to see, like, and read the license plate of the
Nope,
of the car?
not at all.
Oh.
With the stuff that they left up there, they're still just a little too small to actually pick up on with a lot of our telescopes, and it's all white. So it's really hard to see white versus white on there as well. So usually we have to send something a little bit closer to the moon to get those pictures.
I see. Thank you.
I think that's an excavator.
Excavator.
So here you have it, folks. All right. So I'm going to. I'm actually going to wrap this up. I'm going to come over here and look at the moon one more time through this, and wrap up this video and head back to the campsite for the night. But hope you enjoyed this brief visit to the Lowell Observatory. And if you're passing through this part of the country and you want to get a good glimpse of the moon up there, then stop here at the observatory and invest a little bit of time. You can come here during the day or during the evening and get some great exhibits. Have a great day.